I had been sitting in the bathroom for I don't even know how long, holding my knees to my chest on the bathroom floor, rocking back and forth in pain. When I decided that I'd been in there entirely too long, I got back up and I went back to class. And I sat down at my desk and I felt this rush of heat come over me. And as soon as I got hot, I began to sweat. And the pain in my body had then worked its way from my abdomen, down the front of my thighs, and into my back, all the way up my neck, and just blanketed me. At that moment, I had no idea what was happening to me. So I went up to my teacher, and I told them that I wasn't feeling well and I needed to go to the nurse's office. On my way to the nurse's office, I was passing in a corridor, and on the right side of me were just rows upon rows of lockers. So there were people in there. And they were talking, and it became like the Matrix. Like I couldn't actually hear what they were saying. It was kind of like blah, 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 all of these blobs. And I started to see nothing but black close in around me. And as I turned the corner, I could see the nurse's office. And when I got to the nurse's office, there's always like that on deck chair, like the person next that she's talking to gets to go and lay down in the beds. And there were 3 chairs off the side of the wall. When I got into the nurse's office, I remember looking to the right and seeing 3 chairs, and that's when I passed out. That is my first memory of dealing with menstruation and period pain related to endometriosis. For those that don't know me, my name is Shannon Wooten. I am a lifestyle infertility coach. I help women struggling with symptoms related to infertility who feel like aliens in their body and are looking for a way to cope with what now? So in honor of National Endometriosis Month, I actually, who have my period right now and am wearing a heating pad, wanted to talk about the 3 ways I learned to deal with the pain that I have from endometriosis. So I have stage 4 endometriosis, and it is called rectovaginal endometriosis. It's pretty aggressive. And that story that I just told you occurred around the age of 15. Wasn't really sure what it was, and in fact I wasn't really sure what the effects of endometriosis were until a few months ago, admittedly. Now I've been struggling with, my husband and I have been struggling with infertility for the past 4 years, and I knew I had endometriosis from surgery they went through, and they discovered that it was rectovaginal endometriosis, and they diagnosed it as being stage 4. So for anybody that struggles with endometriosis, and when I say struggle, there are some people that have endometriosis but don't have pain related with it, and there are those that do. I myself have struggled with the pain of endometriosis. And for those that have struggled with the pain of endometriosis, I thought this was the perfect time to share with you in this National Endometriosis Month the 3 most successful ways, despite having had surgery, despite having it for years and years and years, that I have most recently found to be the most and best effective ways that I deal with it. So before I go into these methods, I want to have full disclosure. Full disclosure is I had surgery, laparoscopic surgery, to help my husband and I with my infertility. And part of that was going in and removing the endometriosis. Now, some people who have laparoscopy find that it's very helpful and it helps to diminish the pain. It did not diminish the pain for me. In fact, it made it lifetimes worse. I never actually imagined that the pain that I experienced for 15 plus years could have been amplified by trying to remove it, but it did. It made it worse. And so what I did to cope with it prior to having the surgery and while thereafter was, admittedly, I'm going to tell on myself here, I used to consume at least 200 capsules of Advil and Tylenol a month. That's for 7 days. I would take them like they were candy, all the while, yes, using my heating pad, and nothing could touch the pain. It's the most atrocious pain. So for those of you that are going with it, I'm hoping to share this with you in hopes that knowing that you don't have to take over 200 capsules of Advil and Tylenol to help you to get through the pain, and maybe hopefully this will help you too. So yes, heating pad users. Heating pads are great and a common remedy for people that suffer with period cramping and or endometriosis pain. Why? Because, and remember this, the uterus is a muscle. Your uterus is a muscle, and just like any muscle that's been overworked or has fatigue, applying heat to it will increase blood flow and help to loosen up the soreness of that muscle. So yes, heating pads are great. I admittedly have taken them to work with me and sat with them on my lap while at my desk. But I prefer over using a heating pad, which I'm doing right now because taking you into the bathtub with me would be weird. Over a heating pad, I prefer an Epsom salt bath. So Epsom salt works similar to a heating pad in that it is an actual chemical reaction that is absorbed through your skin and also increases blood flow and decreases muscle soreness and or stiffness. I have found that over a heating pad, yes, heating pads work great, but I have found that an Epsom salt bath actually works quicker and better than a heating pad. That's number one. Number two is omega-3s. Omega-3s decrease inflammation. When you are experiencing cramping, that is inflammation of that muscle, the uterus. So if you don't know what an omega-3 is, an omega-3 can be found in lots of foods. Fish, so like salmon, cod, tuna, chia seeds. If you're like me and you love kombucha, however you say it, chia seeds are in that, and they are a great source of omega-3. Edamame is a great source of omega-3s. Spinach is a great source of omega-3s. But for me personally, the way that I guarantee that I'm getting myself enough omega-3s every day is I went to Whole Foods and I got this. Can you see that? Is it too bright? It's omega-3s. You can get them in a pill, and I take them every day. So instead of taking 200 capsules each of Advil and Tylenol for 7 days, I take an omega-3 every day, and that helps to reduce the cramping and the inflammation that's going on in my stomach, in my uterus. And the third is the most profound and successful way that I have successfully combated the pain of my endometriosis is acupuncture. Acupuncture has changed my life. So acupuncture works with your endometriosis or the pain from menstruation to decrease the inflammation and increase circulation. So if you don't know a lot about acupuncture, acupuncture uses pressure points in the body to increase circulation and decrease inflammation. Acupuncture has been one of the greatest things that I have found in minimizing my pain. Since doing acupuncture, keeping in mind I'm also taking my omega-3s every day, and when I do have pain and muscle stiffness or soreness, I use a heating pad or an Epsom salt bath. Acupuncture has been the most profound method for success in helping minimize my endometriosis pain. It is cumulative, so that means the more you do it, the better it helps. For me personally, one of my issues with endometriosis is, sorry guys if you're watching this, but I have a lot of problems with clotting. And acupuncture has actually diminished the amount of clotting that I have. It has diminished the number of days for which I experience pain with a period, and it has also diminished the pain. So while I was taking 200 Advil and 200 Tylenol before, now I take maybe anywhere between 2 and 10 total pills. That's it. So I wanted to come out and share this with you because I know for me, for years of struggling with endometriosis, I thought that Tylenol and Advil were it. And then when I found out about surgery, I thought, oh, well, that would be the solution too. Neither of those things worked. And as a part of my infertility, I was depressed enough. I was depressed enough from not being able to conceive a child. I didn't want to be any more depressed because I was in pain, guaranteed terrible amounts of pain for 7 days a week, for 7 days out of a month rather, during every period. So if you're looking for more natural, more holistic ways to help combat your pain from your endometriosis, I highly, highly, highly recommend, number one, trying an Epsom salt bath. It will increase your blood flow and decrease the stiffness that's going on in your uterus. 2, taking your omega-3s. The cramping that's going on in your uterus is causing inflammation, and omega-3s minimize the inflammation. And 3, if you're interested in trying acupuncture, the acupuncture uses pressure to increase the circulation and decrease the inflammation. And that's exactly what you need. When you are going through a period, you need to increase your circulation to get rid of the gunk and decrease the inflammation to minimize the pain. All right, guys, I hope you found this helpful. If you like it, throw me some hearts, shoot me some comments. Otherwise, hop on over to Life with Shannon, shoot me a message. Let me know if there's anything you want to hear or talk about. And have a great week. Be easy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.